Okay, guys, so hope you guys are doing well. And this playlist is primarily based on the chess end games. You have been watching my tournament games for a fairly long time, so I plan to make another channel where I'll be showing chess end games, common chess end games. So I'll be starting with the very basics. Now, the end games, let's say you have played a wonderful game and now you have to end the game. You have to, so if you are not so good in end game, then you can't really win the game because your opponent will somehow stop you. So you need to a very good end game player as well, in addition to a very good opening player, a very good tactical player. You have to be a very good end game player as well. So today I will be showing some pawn end games. So I'll start with very basics. So you must already be knowing that as soon as the pawn reaches the 8th rank, it will become a queen. So now you have to be careful because black's king is also there. So you need to be careful that the pawn doesn't get caught by the black king. So sometimes it will, we can see that the black king cannot catch. Let's say over here that if we see it's white to play, let's go here, then black king comes here, let's then pawn goes here, black king comes here, then pawn goes here, black king goes here, then the pawn reaches here, black king is here. Now the queen, now we have the queen. Let's go here, he comes here. Now we can take any piece of our choice. So we have the queen king. So this won't be the case every time. Sometimes we might get caught by the king, by the by the opponent's king. So we need to think of some strategy. Okay, let's set up another position. I'll be showing where the pawn is indeed getting caught by the black king. So let's set up another position. Let's say king is over here, black king is over here, and white has a pawn over here. Okay, so here it's not as simple as that. Let's say white goes here, white goes from here to here, black goes here, and so we can see that the king catches the pawn. So we have to, so the thing is we have to stop. So from here the king is trying to move over here. So first we will try to defend this square. We'll try to stop, we need to try to stop the king to come here. So let's play the king over here. Now the king cannot come here, so he will try to come from here, and so we need to stop him again. Now if he comes here, still we will be in trouble. He will come here, here and here. So we need to again stop. Now he goes here, and we go here. Now it's not possible for him to stop anymore. Now let's say he will try to catch the pawn and he will not be able to do it. We will so we have so we are able to successfully promote our pawn and get a queen, and this is a clearly winning match. Here it's a stalemate, but that won't be the case always. We need to prevent this stalemate as well. Now let's take another position where the king is already stopping the the king is already stopping the pawn. King is already on the queening square. So the thing is that we need to remember one thing in pawn endgames, that we have to maintain an opposition with the opponent's king. So if it's white to play first, we and the first and foremost thing also we need to remember that until and unless the king captures the queening square, the, until and unless my king does not capture the queening square, I will not let the pawn go in front of the king. So I have to maintain an opposition. So he has to leave the opposition. He has to go here, either here or here. Then I am go here. Then I have already controlled the queening square, and it's easy for me to and, and it's really easy for me to take the queen. Now let's take another position. Let's keep put the king over here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Now even over here, I don't have the possible. I can't just push the pawn, because if I go here, then he will come here and my pawn is lost. So what I must do is I must stop him. So then the obvious move that he might play is the king over here. So I must stop that, and so if I play here, then he must come here or here, maybe anywhere. Whatever, wherever he goes, he might go here, maybe. He will not go here, because if I go here, okay, he can go anywhere over here, or maybe over here. If he goes here, then I'm already out of danger. So let's say he goes here. Now I need to maintain the opposition with him. I need to go here. He goes here. Now I don't have the chance to oppose, so I will push my pawn, and he has to move out, and I still have, then I have the queen. Now let's take another position. Main thing is opposition, and the king should not, and pawn should not be in front of the king. Pawn should be always behind the king until it is out, until we are out of danger. So let's go here, and let's go here. And still we can see here that if we simply push the pawn, then he will come here and our pawn is lost. So we need to again think of some strategy. So it's white to play again. So let's go here. If he takes opposition, we can go here. Now if we go here, then he doesn't have the chance to oppose, so he has to go here. Then I will go here, then I go here, he goes here, I go here, and we have won the queen again. So the main thing is the opposition. So we have to always oppose the king. Okay, let's take another position maybe. Now let's go a little bit different. Let's go here, let's go here, and let the pawn be a little bit farther. Now let's calculate. If I go here, then he comes here, then here, then here, then here, so he's not able to catch us. If I go here, he comes here. If I go here, then he comes here. If I go here, then he comes here. So we need to prevent him from. So the first thing that we need to do obviously is the opposition. Now he will gradually come towards here, so he doesn't have any other option. He will not go here because he is going away from the pawn, so he has to come here. Again he has this square, I have to stop. So I will leave him options only for this one, only going straight. If I go here, then again I take the position. Then if he comes here, Now what to do? Now he will take any of this. Now we have an opposition. Now we need to. Now he has to play. Now he has to move out of opposition. So he will go maybe. Now he has to move out of opposition. He will go either here or here. And if he goes here, I have the control of the queening square. Now if he tries to come, let's go here. Then he doesn't have this square. Now we are out of danger. He must move out, and we have our queen. So again, this is the sixth end game that we have covered. So let's recap. We had to oppose our opponent's king. So he went here. So the thing is, I'll restrict him only in this file. I won't let him go here or here. He won't go here or here, but because this is anyway a loss, he is going away from the queen, so he will either try to come here or here, which I will not allow. So again here, again he will come here, again, then he comes here, then he goes here. Now if he takes, now if he has to move away from the opposition. Now we will go here, now he will go here. Now we will have the control of our queening square. Now if he tries to come towards our pawn, we will move our pawn towards the king. Now he doesn't have any option. Let's So we have our queen in 10 moves. Okay, so we will choose our 7th position. Let's go here, maybe let's go here and go here. And again, it's a tricky position. It's a pawn in the knight file. It's a pawn in our knight file. So we need to be careful because there may be chances of stalemate. There may be chances of stalemate. So the thing that we need to look is, let's look. Now the thing is, if I go here, he goes here, and then I can't push the pawn. Let's go here, here, and then here. Then it's a draw. So that is not possible. It's a draw because the king doesn't have any space for himself. He can't go here, he can't go here, he can't go here. So it's a stalemate. So we have to think of some other strategy. So the thing is, even we can't move the pawn first because still he will have control over this square, and moment I go here, it's still a stalemate. So what to do? So if I go here, there is no other option other than this. So let's go here only. Now if he goes here, let's go here. And then what will he do? He will go. Now what we will do, now we will come here. So this is a draw. So we will first have to come here because there is no other option. So let's go here. He goes here, okay. But we will not push the pawn. We will come instead. We will come over here. Sorry guys, so I received a call on my mobile phone. So okay, let's get started from the beginning again. If I go here, then he goes here, and if I go here, it's a stalemate that we had already seen. So let's go here because that's the only option. Other than that, we don't really have any other option. If we go here, then it's not a good move because he will stop and it will end up in a draw. If we could, so, and if we move away, let's say over here, he will again come towards the pawn and and take my pawn maybe. Anyway, I'll not have the chance to queen my pawn. Okay, so let's go here. And then he goes here. So it's a stalemate. So let's do something with the king only. Let's go here. Then he goes here. Now I'll try to, since I am not able to keep the opposition, neither I'm not able to move the pawn. So let's l- make some space for the pawn. Now let him go here. Now if I push the pawn, he is forced to leave the position. Now he comes here. Then I push the pawn. Then he has to move out again, and this again, and I have my queen. So for the seventh time, I have my queen. Let's recap once. I went here. If he is going here, and if I push the pawn, that won't be a good idea because it's a stalemate. And if I go here and he goes here, I have to bring the king over here. He goes opposition. I have to leave. I have to leave the opposition because I'm forced to leave the opposition. So he again opposes. I go here. Now he is forced to leave the position. I Then I push the pawn. Then this is his only move. He moves out. Now I have the control of the queening square, so he can't stop it anymore. Okay, so this is the position. This is the final position. Okay, so this is the position, final position, and the moment we have the queen, it's some checkmate in. Okay, the analyzer is showing 7 moves anyway, but it's anyways a checkmate. The moment we have the queen, it's a winning game only, unless we make some mistake. really bad mistake. It won't be a draw. It will be a win for us. Okay, so for the seventh time, we have we have successfully promoted our pawn to a queen. So now let's go for the eighth position. Now this is an interesting position. It's white to play, and there are already at opposition. Okay, so we are forced to leave the opposition, but anyway, I need to protect my pawn, so let's go here, and then he goes here. So again, I am at opposition, but he opposing me is not good. Instead, what it should be is I should oppose him. So I need to make some moves so that I don't have to leave the position. Instead, he leaves the position. So if I push this pawn, he has to move out of my. He has to leave the position. He has to move out of the position. He has to either move here or here, or maybe here. Anyway, let it be. Okay, so let's assume that he moves here. And if he goes here again, I have to take the opposition. So he won't go like that, I guess. He will go here. Now I go here. Now if he stops again, I will again oppose. Now he has to leave the position. I will again go here. Now if he tries to come in my way, again I have to oppose. Now he has to move out of my way. Now I now I have the control of the queening square, and it's just again I need to move back, I guess. Okay, so he's trying to stop me again. Okay, he's trying to stop me again. So my pawn was at the back. It was much slower. So now again he has to move out of the position, and I go here and I give a check. He goes here. I give a check. He moves out, and I have the queen. For the eighth time, we have our queen. For eight moves, we had promoted our queen. I think we had came to our conclusion by a longer route. Maybe you can find some shorter. Maybe you can in lesser number of moves. If you find it, do leave that in comment section. I think we have came to our conclusion by a long route. So I would like you to find a shorter route by lesser number of moves, if possible. If you can leave that in comment section. Just a minute, guys. There is a internet issue, maybe. Okay, so we have promoted our queen for the eighth time. Okay, so we will take three more positions, and we will end this video. Let's take three more positions. One. Okay, let's put the queen over here. Let's go here. Okay, so again we can see let's if he goes here, he goes here, he goes here, 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 and our pawn is lost. So again we need to, this is called distant opposition. If he comes, how will he come? He will come like, let's go here. Let's assume he comes like this. We will slowly move towards our pawn. I don't think this is a good idea for black. King e6. Now I'll have the opposition. No, I don't think opposition is the good thing. Opposition is not really helping me out. Let's go here. Then he goes here. Then he has to move out of the opposition. Now I'll go here. He might go here. Then I'll start moving the pawn. Okay, let's let him oppose. Then he goes here. Then I go here. Then he goes here. Then he is forced to move out of my way, and now he has to come here. Then I go here. Then he goes here. I go check. He moves out, and we have our queen in 13 moves. Again, I think that this is a longer way. If you think that there is a shorter way, you can leave that in comment section again. Okay. Okay, so let's take another position. Let the king be here. So now the king is much away from the pawn. So we have to make some really interest. We have to really think about it. How can we be successful? Let's summarize what we have already learned. We have to first to oppose our opponent's king. So again, if I go here, he goes here, goes here, 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 and here, and our pawn is lost. So just by moving the pawn, it's not possible us for us to win. So we have to think of some way to defend our pawn first, and then move the pawn so that we find our victory. So let's go here. He goes here, maybe. Then he goes here. We go here, 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 here. Now he has no more chances. If he goes here, I'll simply go here. Now if he goes, now he will not go here, maybe he will go here. Now let's see what he does. Okay, so let's see which wants to go here. Okay, he has to go here. Now we will go here. Now he will again try to. Now if we push two squares, then he will come here and have an he will take an opposition. But our aim is that we will oppose our opponent's king. We will not allow our opponent's king to oppose us. So if I push two squares, he will. If I push two squares, what will happen? He will go here. I go here. I go. He goes here. He goes here, and I think it's a draw. It's a draw because we don't really have something to do. We don't have something to do. So the thing is, what we have to do, we will not allow our opponent's king to oppose us. We will have to oppose the opponent's king. So if we go here, and the second thing that we learned, that our king should not be behind our pawn. Our king should always be in front of our pawn. It should try to make the way for the pawn. It shouldn't be behind the pawn. So the pawn should be always at the behind until and unless we are out of danger. Until and unless we have controlled. So let's go here. Now let's take this square. Now if he goes here, then I push this pawn again. Now he has to leave the position. Now I go here. He goes here, fine. I go here. He has to leave. He goes here. I go here. He goes here. Now it's again the same thing that we already learned in the, let's say, I don't remember the position number, but there was some position like this where if we come here, it's a draw because the king doesn't have here. The king cannot come in any of these squares. So we go here. He goes here. Now what to do? He goes here. We go here, here, here. Now we go here. We had already learned this position a bit, some of before some of them before some of the positions we have already learned this position a few minutes back. So he has to move out, and we have our queen. So we have for the 10th time we have promoted our queen successfully. Again, if you think that it's a longer way, you can suggest some shorter way in the comments section. Now this is the last position that I am going to show, and it's a really interesting one. I'm sure you'll like it. Now let's take this one. Take this example. Now the funny part of this is that if we reach a position like this, now he will not allow our. Now the thing is, wait, now let's say my king is over here, my pawn is over here, and my white king will continue, my black king, our opponent's king will continue to move on only these squares, and I can neither promote this pawn nor I can move my king out of this way. So it will be a stalemate. I hope you got what I am trying to say. Wait, just a minute. I'll show you the position. Let's say if I reach such a some position like this, because this will move straight only, so it can sometime reach here. So if it is here, then he will try. I don't have a move, so it's a clearly a draw. So it's clearly a draw. So what I have to do is I have to stop the king from coming. Okay, we will take our position back again. So what we need to actually do is, no, the king wasn't here. King was at king was at this position. If the king is already at at this square, then we have already lost. Wait. Now the thing is, we have to stop the king from coming into two of these squares, because if then it will be a stalemate, that as we saw. So if we go here also, then also he will come here. So we have to go here, and so he cannot control these two squares anymore. He doesn't have here, he doesn't have here. So he will try to come from all the, he will try to make all the, and even if we go here, he has here, or black's king will always try to come in one of these squares. So it's a good, so our best move is to go here, and he goes here, and it's already a win, because the king cannot really enter near, cannot come to next to our pawn, so it's anyways a win for us. Okay, so we have reached the end of our session on one pawn endgame against our opponent. One pawn, we have one pawn, and if you had liked the games, please please hit the like button. If you think there are some mistakes in my mistakes in what I have shown, please do raise the please do raise it in comment section. And you should also subscribe to my channel so that you can regularly get updates from my channel. And finally, if you had found my videos useful, you can share it with other people as well. So with this message, stay safe and take care of yourself, because in this pandemic most of the people are really in trouble. So please stay safe and take care of yourself.